Ever wondered what's involved with AQA's Unseen Poetry section? Let's find out. Morning everyone. AQA's Unseen Poetry section is the third section on Paper 2 of the English Literature GCSE. It's made up of 2 questions, one 24 marker and one 8 marker, making a total of 32 marks. This means it's actually worth more marks than the anthology poetry question or the 19th century novel question. Let's look at each question in a little more detail, as well as a step-by-step for how to approach them. Let's start with the 24 marker first. You're given a copy of a poem that you've probably never seen before, unless you're a bit of a poetry enthusiast. For today's question, I'm going to use a poem called Pictures of Memory by Alice Carey. So what's the first step? Well, the first step is to read the question so we know what we're looking for when we read the poem. So for this poem, the exam question is, how does Carey show her thoughts and feelings towards nature in the poem? 24 marks. Step 2, we know that the question's theme is thoughts and feelings towards nature, so now we read through the poem and highlight anything that could link to the question. Step 3, now that we've got our quotations, we want to pick the best few. Let's go with 4. And we want to start annotating them. What do these particular quotations tell us about the poet's thoughts and feelings towards nature? Are they positive, negative, loving, admiring, hostile, hateful? And how do we know? Where possible, aim to get more than one thing to say about each quotation. To do this, pick the phrase apart and think about the individual words. Think about if one of the words could have more than one meaning. Look at it from different angles. That's the key to getting plenty to say in your analysis. I've done one as an example. And once I've got my annotations ready, step 4, it's time to start answering the question. In terms of a success criteria, this exam question doesn't assess you for context, so we don't need to include anything about the poet's life or the time period in which the poem was written. Instead, there are 4 areas that you can achieve marks. 1. A clear focus on the question in your response. So in the case of this poem, everything we write should be linked clearly to the poet's thoughts and feelings towards nature. 2. A range of quotations used in our interpretations, preferably embedded quotations too. Third point on the success criteria is identifying the writer's methods, but primarily exploring these methods in clear detail. This is where you start to show off with your work on connotations, hidden meanings, multiple interpretations, and more. And finally, number 4, exploring the effects of these methods. This could be anything from exploring what the methods make an audience think or feel, to working out the moral message that the poet is trying to teach us through the poem. A structure similar to the one on the screen now could help you. Now, in terms of timings, this exam paper is 2 hours and 15 minutes long. There are 3 sections, so 45 minutes per section. This means we have 45 minutes to complete this unseen poetry question and the unseen comparison question. So I advise my students to time it like this. For the 24 marker, spend 10 minutes reading and annotating the poem and planning your response. Then spend 20 minutes writing out 2 paragraphs. If you want to pause the video and have a go at this 24 marker, feel free. I'll put a link down below to the slides so you can print a copy if you want to. This leaves us with 15 minutes left to complete the comparison question. The comparison question will always ask you to compare the poem from the 24 marker that you have already read and annotated with a fresh poem. For this question, I usually advise students to go for 5 minutes reading, annotating and planning, and then 10 minutes writing 1 paragraph. And this is how to do it. Step 1. Again, start by reading the question. This will help frame your understanding of the poems. Here, the question is, both poems discuss nature, loss, and death. Compare the ways that poets present their feelings towards loss and death in Pictures of Memory and The Last Rose of Summer. 8 marks. Step 2. We've already read poem 1, so we don't need to read it properly again. Instead, we can scan over it quickly and highlight anything to do with a poet's feelings towards loss and death. Just from memory, with all of the beautiful imagery, I can already guess it's going to be positive. Then make a couple of annotations. I've done one as an example. Step 3. Read poem 2. Highlight anything that links to the question, feelings towards loss and death. Annotate. I've done one as an example. Step 4. If you have time, you could write your ideas up in a comparison table or a Venn diagram, but it's not always necessary. The exam board usually give you a decent pairing of poems. Usually, one will be positive about the question's themes and one will be negative about the question's themes. Step 5. It's time to start writing. I've put a few connectives on the screen to help you out when you're comparing. It may be useful to make a note of a couple of these. Now, as I mentioned before, go for 5 minutes on the plan and 10 minutes on the write-up. One paragraph. This one is worth 8 marks, and there are 2 things on the mark scheme: the comparing of poems, and also a clear comparison of the effects of the writer's methods and how these are used to create meaning. Roughly speaking, they're asking you to make a statement about the first poem, state your evidence, and then explore the quotation and what it shows you. Then state how this is similar or different to the second poem. A structure similar to the one on the screen now could help you. Again, if you want to give this question a go, pause the video and give it a try. And then, of course, once you're finished, you want to spend whatever time you have remaining reading over your 2 responses and making sure they've got everything from the mark scheme in them. And also that you've communicated your thoughtful ideas as clearly as possible. If it only makes sense to you, you're not going to get the marks for it. And here's an extra unseen poetry question in case you want to have a go without any of my ideas or annotations. Remember to time yourself when completing it, and stop yourself at 45 minutes, even if you haven't finished. It's important to get used to the exam timings. Why not hand it in to your teacher for marking and feedback too? Anyway, I hope that was useful. Like and subscribe if you'd find more English videos handy. Thanks for watching, and happy revising.